this Hoosier offense. Again, Rourke in the air. And the first carry here for Lawton.
Y'all should be
a rare seventh-year eligibility. And the first carry here for Lawton.
Y'all should be
a rare seventh-year eligibility. Okay. And the first carry here for Lawton.
Y'all should be. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Had a big game last week.
We're good, Chad.
BYU has an explosiveness, a little wiggle in the hole as well. You'll see as they motion him out of the backfield.
We're good, Chad. We're good.
On 2nd and 5, Rourke again to throw right at the sticks. And again connecting with Price. A couple of catches. He's going to motor in for more and pick up the first down. He's listed at 5'9", about a $183, and he's got some strength to pick up of 8.
Well, this was what I saw on film is how are they going to cover the area between the hash and the numbers? We call this the hook curl area. And you can see just open right there as Price just sits in a little area on the hash and waits for Rourke to find him. So far, other than that first throw, Rourke has been on target.
Justice Ellison now your running back for Indiana. I mentioned there'll be at least 4 that they use. Rourke play action going right up top for his receiver. Ellison with the catch and the touchdown. The Hoosiers not wasting any time. A 38-yarder to Pater.
Damn sure ain't wasting no time. I'll tell you that. They damn sure ain't wasting any time.
Kobe's third
I can tell you that right now.
Had one in 2022, has one in 2023, has one in 2024.
Man to man, Kobe's running a post route. There's no help over the middle. There was a shallow crosser that occupied the safety, and you really can't throw it any better than that. If you're Curtis Rourke, we said he's going to work on the deep ball, working on it early with Kobe.
New place kicker here for Indiana this year, Nico Radicic.
Working on it early.
The extra point is good. Rourke missed his first throw, then hit his next 3 for 63 yards on that opening drive here for Indiana. So far, so good.
All right.
This is a sight for everybody to behold. Jay Hill back up in the box,
I think he had a heart
calling
attack.
Plays. He suffered a heart attack less than 2 weeks ago. For the season opener, he had a second surgery the morning of the game. Ends up coming to the game, didn't call the plays, but was up in the box offering suggestion. He's back calling the plays today.
Yeah, he's one tough guy and very close to this BYU program. Obviously, they have welcomed him back. He's been in everyone's prayers, and it's good to see him here this evening.
Pleasant surprise for us when we got to talk to him via Zoom on Wednesday. First down, Preston Stone finds his tight end, R.J. Maryland, for a short gain.
This should be a better game than the other
in
ones.
that Week 1 comeback against Nevada.
Yes, Stone is 13-2 as a starter, a captain on this football team, along with his quarterback counterpart Kevin Jennings. So you don't see that every day.
Hand it off to Brashard Smith, and he is wrapped up.
Not what I was expecting to happen.
French-speaking, unicycle-riding Harrison Taggart.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
But I want to tell y'all, I've decided.
And then Harrison Taggart.
I know it's going to suck. I know it's going to suck. I know it's going to suck. I've decided I'm not going to do that. I'm not.
BYU's going to be hard to move off the football.
Why? Why?
To get SMU
because I can't show it.
Predictable third down
I can't show it.
Situations.
And like,
3-man rush.
I don't want to slip up and do it. This is not what I was expecting. This is not what I was expecting. It's not what I was expecting right here. It's not what I was expecting. I swear this is not what I was expecting. Was that him, Roy?
Excellent.
Was that him, Brody?
Again, and they just kind of collapsed.
Was that him, Brody?
And when you can get pressure up the middle where
I decided that I'm not going to show the NFL.
Everyone else can pretty much get home
because
that's exactly
I can't stream it.
And
I don't want to stream it on Discord. And
Jack Kelly, really strong player. One of the strongest players in this program at BYU.
Pretty much it. And like college, bro.
Away. Fair catch made by Parker.
I can stream it. That's really just point blank period. I mean, I can stream it. I can stream it. All day, all long. Like, no problem.
First Jewish quarterback.
Like, no problem. And I don't want to quit. I don't want to be watching NFL.
His school's name and his faith.
I don't know. Yeah, college it is. Just come to the fucking college. And this college game going Saturday,
went 0-4, had an entire
Saturday.
season.
Fuck.
Plays with some swagger.
There's a lot of college on some be streaming a lot still. Fuck, I gotta figure out a way to do it. I gotta figure out a way to do
Watch his body language
but I just don't
throughout
want to
this
stream
game.
on Discord.
I mean, it's one and a guy that plays with a ton of confidence.
Too risky, bro. Not at this moment, bro.
On first down, they feed L.J. Martin, the sophomore from El Paso.
Don't look like you're gonna be a lot of offense in this tonight. It really don't. It really don't.
Only fed it to him about 13 times last week for just.
But I know y'all niggas seen that game last night.
Find the end zone, both rushing the football.
I know y'all
as
niggas
well
seen
as
the NFL
catching
game
a
last
pass
night anyway.
to get
That shit
himself
was
in.
crazy.
You mentioned it, 20-plus touches.
That shit was crazy.
Is what they want to do because they've got a big, experienced offensive line in front of L.J. Martin.
This offense was a mash unit at pretty much every position a season ago. They feel they're healthier, more experienced, and with more continuity. First throw for Retzloff. One-on-one coverage, contested catch is out of bounds, intended for Darius Lassiter, who did not play last week due to an NCAA issue. He had to sit out a game because he played one snap for his junior college team in 2019.
He's their big play wide receiver. Great size at 6'2", 210 pounds, out of Chandler, Arizona. A lot of good football players have come from that area.
3rd and 9. A year ago, SMU colonized opposing backfields amongst the national leaders in TFLs and sacks. 10 of the 11 starters on defense for SMU transfers.
And I was watching an NFL game last night. I was like, fuck, oh my God.
Swanson, the freshman.
I was watching an NFL game last night. I was like, fuck, I wish I could stream this shit. I swear I do. I swear I wish I could stream it. I was so hyped.
Dude out of California.
And they are deep at tight end. But watch the acceleration after he catches.
BYU always got them fucking big ass Mormon tight ends.
Let me accelerate and put my shoulder down and go get a first down. That's excellent work and a nice job by Jake Retzloff as well, getting the football out and into his tight end's hands.
You see what I'm saying? This nigga's from Cali. That nigga's a swimmer. This nigga's 6'4".
A number of big-time offers out of high school, Texas, Oregon, Florida, Ole Miss,
and this
Washington.
nigga chose to go to BYU. Why? Because he's a Mormon.
Nowhere to go. Retzloff lost the football. That's been a problem. SMU covers it up, and we have our first turnover. And for Retzloff,
bro, Saquon gonna get his touches tonight. He's never seen that shit.
That's now 9 fumbles, 4 he's lost.
Bro, Saquon gonna get his touches, bro. He's never seen that shit.
With a fumble recovery, and that's
they can't just key on him.
Kalani Sitake, because it seemed as though they wanted to hand the
ball.
They
can't just key in on him, bro. You good?
And
he's gonna get his touches, and not only that, he's gonna house them bitches. Why? Because it's fucking Saquon Barkley. Why? He's going against the Packers. Packers don't have. I don't know what the Ravens was doing last night.
Had 10 sacks last year.
I don't know what they was doing with the run game.
Former Miami Hurricanes on this SMU roster.
I was like, okay, Derrick Henry, you know, they split the carries with this nigga, him and Justice Hill.
Right out of my mouth, sudden change.
But you split them too damn much.
Territory.
Stone looking to launch. Devoured. Mangelson the first to get there.
Jack Kelly's there.
Lamar was trying to prove a point last night.
Whipped on the tackle, but then he's got Mangelson to kind of clean things up. 17 is going to come right into your screen as Preston Stone tries to turn and evade the rush. Right there, misses, and then all of a sudden Mangelson's there to clean
his ass he'll put his shoulder in niggas.
In 21.
Not granted.
A screen pass. And Jake Bailey, SMU's top receiver.
Now, granted, he didn't put his throwing shoulder into niggas.
This is a receiving group,
but he was still putting his shoulder to niggas.
Amongst that core.
He did not care.
That's why they spread it around. 11 players
that nigga did not care.
Caught passes for this SMU offense. You can't lock in on one guy. So it's
I'm going crazy. I don't care what happens.
Who went crazy in the fourth quarter. They just continue to spread it around and keep you guessing as a defense.
Bro did not care at all.
Pressure again. Stone evading the.
He don't know what the fuck he want to do.
Now has to kill it out.
Nah, this nigga trash.
BYU's winning.
He's trash.
Well, Harrison Taggart on the blitz gets there, but doesn't get Preston Stone on the ground.
What the hell is going on?
Evading him, but there's excellent coverage on the back end. No one's open. 11's going to time it up. Taggart, and he comes free.
Bro, look at this. It's 5 niggas not blocking nobody. This nigga running free.
Where to go with the football. BYU has been excellent.
Bro, where the fast shit? He got that sweep and took it to the crib. First touch ever. I said, oh my God. I was looking. He housed it.
Last year when the Mustangs won the American, as we have a flag down, they went undefeated in conference play,
ain't no way.
They lost all 3 games against power schools and scored below 20 in all 3 of those.
Yeah, but they'll tell you
like
they
he
have
legit took it so quick.
Streak here at home and averaging.
But like as soon as he got it, he was gone, bro.
A game.
Illegal formation, kicking team, more than 4 players in the backfield, 5-yard penalty, first down.
5 what, nigga?
I don't think they're going to get to 52 tonight unless some things change in a hurry, my man.
5 what, nigga?
The next 46 tackles last year has been one of the more consistent back-end players in that secondary for this Western Illinois D.
Another 2 tight end set here for Indiana to open up this second drive. Mike Shanahan, the offensive coordinator, said he probably used the 2 tight end set a little bit too much in week 1 against FIU. The carry for Ellison, who's going nowhere. Fished out by the Western Illinois defense. A gain of 2. Tyler Henry, the first to get to him. Keys to the game, sponsored by Modelo. Now recruiting full-time fans. Please drink responsibly. What you got, Chad?
If you're Western Illinois, you've got to have a momentum
That's what I
changer.
need.
The quickest way to change momentum in college football is a turnover. Get multiple turnovers for Indiana. As Coach Kurt Cignetti says, play to the standard. On paper, you're better than this football team if you play to the standard that coach has set so far. They're doing that in space.
The pitch out to Ellison, who's got some room to move across the 40, brought down into Western Illinois territory.
Holy
Picks
shit.
up the first down. The good block coming from Zach Horton. You had pointed him out. The talented tight end for Indiana on a pickup of 16.
And they'll pull tight ends, they'll pull linemen all the way across. You'll see right there, big number 65, Carter Smith leading the way as they get hands on you. A good finish there by Ellison for a nice gain on the sweep.
Indiana wasted no time in scoring on its first drive. A couple of explosive plays that we've talked about. Ellison is still your tailback. Rourke back to throw.
What a throw.
He connects with Elijah Surratt, who takes it inside.
Talk about a throw.
To the 10-yard
He threaded them
line. It's another
niggas.
first down.
Nah, granted, it's Western
pickups in the
Illinois and
last
they've already
couple
lost
of
again to the
plays.
conference
He had
on the
his pick
shot.
between
Right when they're
Horton
going to
or
be
Surratt.
shit, they relax.
Just a slant route.
But still.
A skinny short post here. You'll
Wow.
see Surratt
Just
works
attack
outside
his
the
ass.
inside open.
That's a good way to run. I'm
Hash.
telling you, bro.
He knew this
That's
was
a
gonna
good way
be
to.
the area
That's
they
a
attacked
good
against this
technique.
Western defense.
Run straight
It's a
at the nigga and just give him a
vulnerable
move.
area, and Mike Shanahan
Attack his
exploiting
body.
that early in this game.
Another 2 tight end set. 4 plays already of 15-plus yards. That equates to an explosive play on both the ground and the air, cutting it back and brought down.
Easy. Give me that.
Justice
Give me that
Ellison
shit.
getting some work here on this second drive. And again, Horton there with providing a good block here for Indiana, and they just keep moving the chains.
Nigga knew he was about to go down. He got hurt last play.
Western Illinois.
He was hurt last
It was
play.
Horton who on the pole was able to open up that hole for Ellison.
Looks like Willie Jones, the defensive back, he was the
Going
leading
injury.
tackler last week against Northern Illinois, had 13 tackles. That was a new career high for him. And while they tend to Willie Jones, we will step aside as well. We'll be back from Bloomington.
Hey,
Bro got that going. He's NFL on tonight. Shots.
ESPN College Football is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve, and in part by the all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
And Anish Shroff, Andre Ware, Paul Carcaterra from Dallas, Texas, Highland Park. Andre, BYU picked to finish 13th in this new look Big 12. Sometimes you talk to coaches, they'll downplay expectations if they don't think their team is that good. We didn't sense that at all from BYU. Almost the opposite. We are going to be better than a lot of people think.
And he couldn't wait for the start of the season and to get here against another Power 4 school.
Big hole for LJ Martin, whose parents are both FBI agents.
Yeah, going back to that for a second, Kalani was almost kind of, he's kind of bouncing a little bit. He was ready to get here for this. Feels good about this team this year.
Parents are FBI
and they could do some damage in the Big 12.
He said last year was a learning experience. They had to go through it, see what that gauntlet was.
Ton of injuries last year on both the offensive line and defensive line.
Speed option. Late pitch to Martin. Able to evade enough defenders to get a first down. Andre, you and I did that BYU-Oklahoma State game.
Boy, what a game.
Thanksgiving weekend, Oklahoma State needed a win at that point to go to the Big 12 championship. It took everything the Cowboys had to win in Stillwater. That was a BYU team late in the season, starting to figure out who they were last year, and now seem to have carried that into 2024.
Ended up 5-7. You got more experienced players because you had to play a bunch of young players last year. And then the guys that were injured, they've come back. So you've got a deep, experienced team here.
Retzlaff's pass batted down. Big number 94, Jonathan Jefferson, Georgia transfer.
Probably a good thing because I'm not sure where he was going. I think it was Darius Lassiter over the middle, but he looked covered up. So you go late over the middle, Anish, bad things happen.
Is it as bad as late to the sideline?
Yeah.
God damn. Who that is going crazy in the background?
It's worse, actually. Because when it gets tipped in the air, bad things happen.
Safety blitz. Retzlaff rolling. Finds Cody Epps, another first down for BYU.
Oh, what touch.
And the Cougars into Mustang territory.
SMU about to lose.
On the
Are they serious?
By Jake Retzlaff. I mean, mobile quarterback. We talked about that at the top. But then the touch. He can certainly zip it. But you got to have a little bit of just touch, just knifing it over the top of the defense at times. That allows Cody Epps to turn up the field and pick up a first down.
Lassiter, the motion man. It's Retzlaff on the keeper. A lot of eye candy. Little pre-snap field trip to Amsterdam.
Well, they've been going to LJ Martin a lot on first down. So you get the defense thinking that way, and then you counter it. You talked about the eye candy, send LJ Martin on a play fake. It's a designed quarterback run. They will call some stuff for Retzlaff just to get the ball in his hands. Keep the defense honest to play 11 on 11.
Coaches told us a year ago, Retzlaff unlocks the full potential of this offense with his ability to run.
And who is Retzlaff?
And if he just stays away from turnovers, man, they can be magical.
Let it go.
He's got time, tries to thread it incomplete. Wanted Chase Roberts, who had 7 catches in week 1, all of which went for a first down.
He chose to go to Chase Roberts, but I thought he had Ethan Erickson, the tight end, open first. And that's where he should have gone. He came open in the first window. He elected to go to a sure-handed Chase Roberts, who catches just about everything thrown his way.
Could be 4-down territory here. BYU very much by the book when it comes to do we punt, do we kick, do we go for it? 3rd and 5. Downfield.
That's a throw.
Caught by Keelan Marion. No, could not hold on. It's 4th down. There is a flag in the backfield
for a late hit on Jake Retzlaff, so it's going to be an automatic first down for BYU. I think it was Jonathan McGill.
What you mean, Roy?
One of the safeties coming in.
What you mean, bro? What you mean? Bro, I tell you who looked bad yesterday. Nick Bolton.
Defense. Number 24.
That's crazy.
15-yard penalty. Automatic.
Bro, Nick Bolton looked trash yesterday.
It's clearly gone. And then all of a sudden,
the linebacker for the Chiefs.
Jonathan McGill.
Come on, bro. With the
late.
that ain't rough the pass.
Excuse me, Kobe Wilson is the guilty SMU player. As you know, things just kind of balance themselves out, don't they?
The incomplete pass is under review.
So they're going to check to see if the receiver actually caught it or targeting.
Targeting can be initiated from the booth. While they look at it, we step aside.
Oh yeah, they was blocking a lot. Whoa. Yeah. Mark Andrews, bro, his spot in jeopardy.
I didn't have to spend my
I don't know if they can run this two-man tight end formation and shit like that, but they're likely. Even last drop when Mark Andrews got hurt last
what
year.
I wanted to be.
Bro was still nice, bro. I likely is nice,
I
bro.
could get and how far I would go.
Likely is nice, bro.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks.
Yeah,
So
Kelsey
when you
was in the
find
right
your call,
game. I was seeing that shit.
can
People
stop
was
you from
like,
answering it.
"Oh my God, look at Kelsey blocking."
Welcome to Stormy
Nigga, he's a tight end. He's supposed to
where
block.
The windows are always Pella. Pella's fiberglass
But they were
is
saying
the
that as in
strongest
like
material for windows.
they were saying like he's doing such a good job
Fiberglass frame is
blocking.
even scratch and dent resistant.
Like, bro, he's a
Pella
tight
windows.
end. Like,
Zebra
his
replacement
job
windows by Pella
description
now.
also has blocking in it.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you
More
working
than
on
catching
today?
balls.
Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see what our free fix finder service says. And if you need help, we can refer you to a shop. That's an easy fix.
AutoZone.
Okay, trainees, let's work on our fast and friendly claim service.
Eyes on the phone now.
Look alive, Drew.
Your repairs have been scheduled.
Nice.
Yes, you'll get a rental car on site.
Heads up. Oh, I'm gonna turn this down to an 8. My bad.
We can do this all day. Geico claim service is 24/7. Nice catch.
Your claim has been approved. Your claim has been approved.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Our house-made ketchup.
I'm Janet Hines. I can't be seen eating non-Heinz ketchup.
Do we have any Heinz? There.
You've got your Sunday obsession, and we got you. Now with Verizon, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us and get every out-of-market Sunday game. Plus $800 off Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
See you Sunday.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Delicious-ment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melted cheese, and a tangy
They wasn't using Derrick Henry at all, bro. He didn't really do shit out there. Bro. Derrick didn't really do shit. He had a touchdown, right? Yeah, he had a touchdown, but besides that, he didn't really do much of anything. And it wasn't his fault. It was really just because Justice Hill had damn near. It felt like Justice Hill had all the reps, bro. It felt like Justin Hill had all the reps. It felt like he was RB1 out there. They really only brought him in, and they ran well when they was doing the option. When they was doing the option with Henry and Lamar. That shit was working. They could have been using that off the play action. Like it was a lot they could have did off that.
Work is brought to you by State Farm.
Right here. Kenu Hill.
Wow.
To the end zone, juggled and caught for a touchdown. Mataba Tase.
What a catch. It was a tight end, but the wrong tight end. Hill's in the pass pattern.
That nigga landed on the ball.
Tase, a little slow to get up, but what a grab, a securing the football. The seam opens up. Retzlaff playing with experience. Looks the safety to his left. One false step by McGill, and the ball's delivered perfectly to the tight end.
Tasse down after the play.
Boy, they have gone Swanson, Tasse, Canoe Hill. We know that he's a talented player, moving over to tight end from wide receiver. And then Erickson was open earlier. We talked about him. So all 4 tight ends have been in the game for BYU.
Tasse finally able to get up. Back-to-back games with a touchdown from Atava Tasse, who came to BYU last year as a walk-on transfer.
Yeah, he had 1 catch last season for a touchdown. He had 1 catch coming into tonight's game for a touchdown, and now his second. So he's surpassed last year's mark already. Tied it last week and overtook it this week.
Good ratio, catch to touchdown.
No doubt about it. Get red zone phenom is what we should label him as.
Will Farron's PAT is good. BYU on the road.
Look at the protection first here for Rourke, and you're going to see Surratt just run right up the seam, up the hash. It is on point. Tyler Henry, the defensive back, has no chance, no safety help. Committed to the run, and they've just been thrown over the top for 2 big plays early in this first quarter.
Over the top, 3 touchdowns on their last 7 snaps here for Indiana. Kick is up and good. And domination here in the first few minutes of the first quarter. Another look at it.
Elijah Surratt, that's how you draw it up. Pitch and catch with the bucket ball. Right in the bucket for Surratt. 21-0 Hoosiers.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the 3rd health insurance.
Wait to see that. Can't wait to see that Arkansas-Oklahoma State game. Coach Petrino dialing up 70 last week. Yeah, when's the last time the Hogs scored 70? That'd be during the Ken Hatfield days, maybe. Or when he was the head coach there, Coach Petrino.
Rashard Smith, the dangerous return man, cut down at the 22. Into the archive. Speaking of 1980, the Holiday Bowl, BYU and SMU, one of the great comebacks of all time. Craig James ran for 225, Eric Dickerson 110. SMU had a 20-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go. Jim McMahon yelling at fans who were leaving early. BYU scores, onside kick, another touchdown, block, punt, and then this for the capper. The Hail Mary to Clay Brown. That tied it. BYU won it on the extra point. One of the great finishes in the history of bowl season.
And has yet to lose to this SMU program. They're 5-0 coming into tonight's, 4-0 coming into tonight's game.
We get our first look at Kevin Jennings. And he dumps it off to Rooster Knighton. Just Jennings and Stone, we told you at the top of the broadcast. This is you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have 1. This is a case if you have 2 number 1s.
Yes, indeed. And we knew Preston Stone was going to play the first 2 series. Kevin Jennings going to play the next 2, the 3rd and the 4th series.
Last week against Houston Christian, Jennings got in for 5 drives, led SMU to 4 touchdowns. That was a dangerous throw. Martin Collins broke it up.
Their first down in this game before Kevin Jennings entered the game. He had 6 plays and 3 of them for negative yards. And just not a whole lot of room to throw the football. They like to play a lot of zone, and with BYU, RJ Maryland might have a shot to have a big game.
But Jennings up the gut, cuts it to the outside. That great speed, and Preston Stone can run. Yeah. Jennings has that extra gear.
I love watching Kevin Jennings play. He took his team in high school to a state championship at Dallas South Oak Cliff. Hadn't been to the state championship game since the 1950s. So you know that he is a well-celebrated young man when he goes back to his high school.
And last year when Preston Stone hurt his foot at the end of the season, Jennings started the conference championship and led SMU to an AAC title with a win against Tulane. Finds Smith in the flat. And Rashard Smith into BYU territory. Rashard Smith was a return man slot receiver at Miami. When he was in the portal, Rhett Lashley was watching Isaiah Pacheco, who we saw last night for the Chiefs, and said, that's Brashard Smith. Decided he wanted to move Smith to running back. So far, it's worked.
He's kind of taken over. Really explosive player when he gets going.
They feed Smith again. Navigates through a tight space to the 44.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to compare guys to Pacheco and Kansas City. He runs so hard each and every time he touches the football. He's got to be a coach's dream. But to hand the ball to a guy, you know every time he touches it, he's going to give you everything he has.
Jalen Knighton will relieve Brashard Smith.
Another talented running back stepping in. And finally, SMU has a little bit of life to this offense.
Double tight end set. Knighton on third down. And he's going to be short. It looked like he had it and then was driven back.
Well, they're not shy about going for it on fourth down. They're 2 of 3 on fourth down, but didn't get a whole lot of movement along the offensive line. And I thought that Knighton was going to come out of there and actually pick up the first down quite easily, and he gets tripped up.
Trying that left side with P.J. Williams and Savion Byrd. L.J. Johnson is the running back now. And a timeout by Rhett Lashley.
And make sure that he's got everything buttoned up here on this important fourth down call.
SMU looking to move the chains and get on the board.
Gained any positive yardage here for Indiana this first quarter.
Yeah, Ryan Crandall did a great job of staying home at his outside linebacker position. You know, Price is very, very nifty in space, but too many moves and too much pursuit from the Leatherneck D brings up really the first 3rd and long all night.
Seems like the first negative play. It's because it was the first negative play, Tay. 3rd and 8.
So we got to look for Horton, 44. They love to find him on 3rd down.
Rourke again. That's his target, Surratt, and picks up the first down right at about the 45-yard line. I was wondering if Elijah Surratt would get some more work. Now, 27 games with straight games with a reception. He was used a lot at James Madison.
Yeah, and it's the same route. It's a quick slant right there. Easy, just works upfield in between the numbers and the hash. We knew going into the game that was the weak spot of this Western defense. They run a different type of front, 4 or 5, 6 guys sometimes in the front line. It leaves the numbers in the hash area, which is the hook curl zone, open often.
And they're looking at that middle of the field, just carving it up in the air. That time it's Omar Cooper Jr. with his first catch, a gain of 11. Another first down here for Indiana.
So here's just a hook route right there. You just hook right in, right off the hash. A little combo with Horton. And Omar Cooper Jr., that's just too easy. An easy pitch and catch. There have been very few contested throws and no pressure on Rourke. In the empty set now.
Quick pitch out to Miles Cross for Solomon Van Horst. A gain of 14. Now the running back turned receiver. Also out of James Madison, that running back group, it's interesting, a complete overhaul. They used 4 running backs last week. We're still waiting on Kaylon Black. I think the chances are good that we'll see him here tonight as well.
We might see 7 or 8, Lisa, at this pace. Running backs that tote that rock.
Rourke again with all kinds of time. Look at that, and he finds his tight end, James Bamba, who makes the play, but there's a flag coming out right at midfield.
So many times on crossing routes, you wonder if there's an offensive pass interference with a pick play. That was the route that it may have happened. Horton was crossing.
Pass interference. Offense, number 44 for blocking downfield. 15-yard penalty, remains first down.
Well, we've pointed out Zach Horton you know, with his blocking capability in a couple of drives, but just a little too much.
Well, he was blocking in the wrong area, right, Lisa? I mean, watch him block the defender right here. See how he lowers his shoulder on the defender, and you can't do it. You at least got to pretend you're trying to catch the football. There was no...
Fourth and 1 for SMU. Rhett Lashley using his first timeout. Kevin Jennings coming into the game for the third series, as has been the plan.
Well, it's been almost apples to apples. 6 plays with Preston Stone in the game. Negative 18 yards. Kevin Jennings enters the game, 6 plays, 35 yards and a couple of first downs. And here we are on 4th down.
Jennings with a quarterback plunge for a first.
He made that look easy, didn't he? Just, I mean, right behind his center, Ja'Kai Clark. And they get nice movement up front. And a SMU first down.
Jennings again started the last 2 games of last season with Stone recovering from a broken fibula. Jennings got all the first-team reps in the spring, and then they split the fall reps 50-50 with the first team. Here's the blitz. Jennings gets rid of it, able to complete. Carmelo Brinson out across the 30-yard line, and a first down for SMU.
Yeah, and I think they're going to get a hands to the face call. And Jordan Hudson was really doing a nice job out on the edge, but somebody had a handful of his face mask. And I think it may have been Mark Collins. We'll wait for the official word here, but I don't know if they missed it or they actually called it just late. What a nice job that...
After the play is over.
Here we go.
Personal foul, late hit, with targeting. Defense, number 28. That's a 15-yard penalty. The previous play is under review.
Well, that's still, I mean, they missed the hands to the face, but we'll get a chance to see it. He's got a handful of helmet, just pushing it back right there, and that's the second one.
I want to bring in Matt Austin, our rules analyst. Matt, he uses the helmet, but it looks like it's the side of the helmet, not the crown of the helmet.
Anish, you're exactly right. He's not a defenseless player. He's got to use the crown of the helmet for it to be a foul. I don't see this in the crown at all. I think they're going to take this targeting off. But I do also agree with Andre that they could have had hands in the face on number 2.
I mean, he just had him by the face mask. And what a nice job Jordan Hudson was doing in terms of blocking out in space. But how do you miss that?
I got the official right on the sideline. No face mask call. And again,
pissed about that face
the
mask.
crown of the helmet is that
Nah, they heated about that face mask.
Right at the very top of the helmet. And you see Wall leads with the helmet, but it's the side of the helmet.
Oh, they dead heated about that face mask.
After review, there is no targeting on the play. The 15-yard personal foul late hit will still be enforced. 1st and 10, SMU.
Well, and it's been a big difference since Kevin Jennings has entered this football game. And SMU all of a sudden has life, and they're going right down the field against a talented, experienced defense of BYU, who basically owned for this first quarter, the first couple of drives.
Now the quarterback comparison tilting in Jennings' favor early on.
I didn't think there was a chance that Jennings would be back in an SMU uniform after last season.
Yeah, you told me that when we had SMU last year. You said it's going to be awfully hard to keep both. Quarterback run. Jennings to the outside. Allfrey had him in his talons, and he still picks up 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
There's not a whole lot there, and I thought maybe there was an opportunity to cut it back inside. A little quarterback counter, trying to wait till blocks were set up where he could get inside, but just really nowhere to go. He made something out of nothing.
Down here, quarterback run becomes a big part of the offense.
And I don't see R.J. Maryland in the game right now. This is a spot for him and down in the red zone.
Jennings to the end zone in traffic. Incomplete.
Well, that's where in zone coverage in these, you got to use your eyes. Take your eyes to Jordan Hudson, and then Romello Brinson is standing wide open. I mean, look there, look hard, get Jacob Robinson to break and then check it down and allow Brinson to maybe even get in the end zone. He's throwing it into a crowded area. You've got a corner drop into safety over the top and a linebacker underneath. And you got number 3 sitting out in the flat, wide open.
Well, you brought up R.J. Maryland. He has come into the game in that H-back position. Maryland to the motion man. Jennings fakes the throw, stays on his feet, dropped from behind. He's going to be a little shy of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And I got to believe SMU's going for it.
Yeah, he's got some stuff that you just can't teach. I mean, he sees the immediate rush. Jack Kelly's coming free. This is a pass, a drop-back pass, and it all of a sudden becomes or looks like a quarterback run.
Jumbo package here on 4th and 1 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
They bring their fullback in, Stone Eby, who's a lead blocker.
Bigger back, L.J. Johnson in there. Off the bootleg, throw to the end zone, off the hands of the intended target. The tight
should have ran that bit to the left.
And BYU takes over on downs.
Sometimes it's just the simple things to make it work or to get where you want to go. They got tremendous push on the last 4th down. Go back there. But then they allow a free runner on the quarterback. It speeds up the process. Guys aren't ready for the football quite yet, and that's where the incompletion happens.
Ready.
A 12-play drive that stalls out inside the BYU 10. Cougars take over at the 6-yard line. L.J. Martin is the deep back.
I like throwing from this back here.
You do?
I do, but it's got to be quick. When you got an experienced quarterback that realizes ball's got to come out quickly.
Safety blitz. Martin right up the gut. Bulldozes his way across the 10 to the 11.
What do I know? When you have an experienced offensive line, you just run behind the big 5, the 5 big guys. Connor Pay leading the way right up the middle. And it looks like Martin kind of limping off a little bit.
He had a nagging shoulder injury.
This looks like ankle area.
They wanted to limit him the first couple of weeks. Hurt himself in the spring, and Hinckley Ropati, redshirt senior out of California, is in at running back. He gets the call, sidesteps one defender. It's a short gain for Ropati, who is expecting his first child, a baby girl, with he and his wife next week.
He got in the end zone last week, and they both split carries equally. He had 13 carries, also had a touchdown, but he missed all of last season with an injury. And injuries have kind of slowed him a little bit, but he's healthy finally and ready to go.
Torn left MCL and a detached meniscus a year ago. 3rd and 2. Speed option. Ropati tries to turn the corner. Tracked down by Cale Sanders. He's going to be shy.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt it away, and with holding to a 3 and out, it looks that SMU is going to have some decent field position here with Roderick Daniels Jr. back to receive this punt.
The visitors from Provo take a 7-0 lead into quarter number 2.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Controlling my Crohn's means everything to me.
Significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage at the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 2 years.
Serious allergic reaction.
Everything to me. Fa la 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 la.
You're going to tell us big deal or no deal.
Okay.
Let's start with big hype, and that's Colorado. Colorado didn't look dominant, okay? They did their job, though. They got that win against North Dakota State. That's not an easy team to schedule out of the chute. They went out there and won. But now Coach Prime is being a little demure.
Sure. Oh,
a little.
He's being mindful. He is being mindful.
And he, ahead of this matchup with Nebraska, he's even gone so far as to praise Matt Rule, the quarterback there of the Huskers. Big deal or no big deal?
This is a big deal because we know the bravado that Coach Prime brings with him ahead of matchups about his team, the confidence that he has in his son / quarterback Shedeur Sanders, and the all-world do everything in Travis Hunter. That being said, after what he saw from his team against FCS, mind you, powerhouse North Dakota State, he doesn't want to poke the bear too much, not necessarily with Matt Rule, but with who Matt Rule has as his quarterback in Dylan Raiola, because I think what we are going to see is Shedeur Sanders sort of look in the mirror at the other sideline at a quarterback that can manufacture the same type of plays.
This reminds me, all due respect to USC, I don't want to besmirch your name. It reminds me of that matchup with SC last year, where it was Caleb Williams and company going into Boulder, right, going into Folsom Field, and Shedeur matched him shot for shot. If Shedeur had any semblance of an offensive line, if he had any semblance of a defensive line, maybe the Buffs get out of there with that win. They traded blows, right?
Also, not for nothing, too. I mean,
no, I was done.
Going up in Colorado, I am glad to see these teams meet now, obviously different conferences, but this used to be the game in the Big 12 when it was CU versus Nebraska.
This is crazy. 28-0.
Like you may be better than coming out and playing your best.
And he cuts up the middle, almost looks like
Live event. This is how business goes further.
Ask us
T-Mobile for business.
What's that?
By a state line, I'm pretty sure my geography still checks out.
That is correct.
And now you can resume your take.
No, that's fine. Actually, in the B block, we're going to get to more of Gary's childhood, as well as a geography lesson from the Gare Bear.
Sure.
It's called Have You Ever Seen a Map?
Wait till I tell you about Wyoming, north of Colorado.
What I was going to say is Raiola's going to trade shot for shot with Shedeur. This is going to be a coming out party for Raiola.
Correct.
For those who are uninitiated.
Because what do you do at parties? Shot for shot.
Perhaps. Sometimes it's important to
if you're of age.
Let's get to the ACC. Miami has entered this chat.
They really think Raiola on his level.
You held them scoreless. Well, defense is making plays. I mean, we got to take care of the football on offense, but, they changed up quarterbacks. Those quarterbacks are athletic, so we got to make sure that we focus on the fundamentals, sound tackling, and play smart football.
What's it like having your defensive coordinator, Jay Hill, back in the box?
It's great to have the whole family back together again. So he's doing a great job in the box. The guys are doing great down here, but we got 3 more quarters to go. We got a lot of football to play.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Jay Hill suffered a heart attack just a few days before the season opener. Was in the press box last week offering suggestions. Kalani Sitake called the plays on defense. Now Hill back to calling the plays.
Yeah, and you got guys that, if he's back this soon, there's no excuse for you as a player not to just pour out everything you have for 60 minutes and represent not only the program but your defensive coordinator who's toughing it out after what he's gone through the last week or so.
If you're just joining us, SMU got down inside the BYU 10, stopped on 4th and 1. BYU took over, goes 3 and out, and it's now created a short field for SMU. Kevin Jennings back out there for his second series for the Mustangs at quarterback.
Again, 9 passes have been thrown, every one of them to a different receiver.
Which is par for the course for SMU. Smith using the turbo. Oh, wow. And then the hit stick.
I can see why they compared to Pacheco in Kansas City. He didn't go out of bounds, didn't step out. He's looking for some contact. Exactly what number 10 would do in KC. It's a nice run, excellent edge blocks. One thing about these receivers, they will do the unselfish stuff, which is block downfield.
Smith this time hitting the backfield. Mangelson with the TFL. Well, Andre, when you've got 6 wide receivers competing for playing time, to get on the field, you've got to do the little things.
Here's the quarterback comparison in a way, a little bit different way. You see Stone in the game, and then Jennings comes in. They amount to 72 yards right away. And you're just kind of looking, when you're in a tough game, you're looking for a spark. This isn't a move to where they're looking for a spark. This was by design that he was going to play the 3rd and 4th series.
Blitz off the edge. Jennings has room. And how about the recovery? Shea Bryant Strother.
What a play. Gets him right around the shoelaces pretty much. Little outside linebacker blitz. And if he doesn't trip Jennings up, he's going to go for a while.
That goes for no gain, but this BYU defense, which struggled most of last year, 4 TFLs, and they've shut out what a season ago was one of the top offenses in the country. And another timeout, SMU down to 1. BYU, for the most part, has controlled the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10, SMU.
Second up the half.
When you have something to get to.
What they call
touchdowns. I guess he is human.
Well, especially when you get hit, right? You actually got some pressure on him there as he stepped into the pocket. His 1st and 2nd options were taken up in coverage, and he went to his check down before he could get there. He got hit.
On 3rd and 2, they'll hand it off to Black, who finds some space in the seam in the gap and picks up the 1st down. A gain of 4.
How about big Bray Lynch, number 74? That's just power football, right? 2 tight ends in the game. Number 74, Bray Lynch, pulls around and just meets the backer in the pull. Watch 74 on your screen as he just pulls around. Now, just power football right there. See how he drives that backer back and then falls on him? He'll take some syrup with that pancake. Thank you very much.
Quick trigger again, Surratt. He is having himself what is a day and a night in the first half. KJ Coleman applying the tackle. Surratt in the first quarter, Jay, over 100 receiving yards.
Surratt's got a great feel for him. Again, Horton leading the way on so many blocks. He's got a little wiggle that, for being a longer guy with some length, he has the ability to make people miss in space. 6'2", 209. Good-looking football player with a lot of experience. Coach Signetti said, I'll take guys with experience all day.
Out of the gun. Again, the handoff. They're getting some work here for Black. Takes it near side, pushed out of bounds. On 2nd and 3, another 1st down here for Indiana.
And our impact player hasn't caught a pass yet, but watch Zach Horton, number 44, on the edge of your screen. Watch 44 get a block here along with that. Watch him finish, right? There's absolutely no edge there. You got to have an edge if you're playing defense. There is absolutely no edge. They're able to run around the edge at any time they want and get upfield. Zach Horton hasn't caught a pass, but he's been blocking left and right for the Hoosier offense.
Another injured defensive player here for Western Illinois, DJ Taylor, one of their defensive ends. A junior out of California. And he'll walk it off. You wanted to see that block by Horton?
Yeah, it's Trey Wetter, but watch Horton finish him off here. Just, you turn around on a block, it's never a good thing if you turn your back to the blocker, and that's exactly what he did. Really sprung Kalon Black into the open field.
You mentioned Horton is one of those guys where you talk about maybe experience over potential, right? Production over potential is what Signetti and this coaching staff, this Indiana coaching staff, like to say. In their opinion, pulling the transfers over like a Zach Horton And several of the other players that you've seen here on the field, to put in work day in and day out, week in and week out, even if it was at a lower FBS level, was valuable to Cignetti.
The 12-game season, the ups and downs of a 12-game season. Can you produce? Can you stay on the field? Can you adjust? So important to Coach Cignetti.
Keyshawn Williams in motion. It is Rourke back to throw, and now he'll tuck it and go. Rourke headed for this to pick up the first down.
Yeah, slid over there. Looked like kind of on the warning track area. Took kind of a hard fall there. Good thing he hopped up in a hurry. See the protection here. Can't find anybody. Horton's in the end zone, but just scrambles to pick up. He kind of falls awkwardly there. He's got that right knee brace. He did hurt his knee in the 2022 season. Came back in 2023.
You can see that brace on that right knee as well. He stays in, picked up the first down. Green with a handoff, looking for the seam, and the gap, he pushes his way into the end zone. It's another Hoosier touchdown.
Wow.
Elijah Green, you see the blocking up front. Mike Kadick with a big block, but you got to wrap up and down. See how he keeps his legs moving? Elijah Green, more than a speed back, showing a little power there, pushing himself into the end zone for some more playing time as well.
You took the words right out of my mouth. A touchdown last week on the 51-yarder. And this one a gain of 11, extra point. Once again is good.
That's a good run.
During a microphone before the game.
You know what time it is, baby? You know what time it is, baby? Come on, baby. Come on. Every play. Come on. They ain't ours and new. Right me there. Let me chill. Let's do it. Let's do it loud. S-M-U. Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Get us up, please.
Oh, I love it. Love getting that extra insight.
Retzlaff sacked. Big number 81, Jared Harrison Hunt, one of 3 former Miami Hurricanes on that defensive line.
Yeah, they decided to go to the transfer portal with 18 of them were from Power 4 schools and 8 were defensive linemen. Number 81, Jared Harrison Hunt being one of those 8. Tried to remake the defensive line through the transfer portal, and they have done an outstanding job there.
So good up front a season ago. Rhett Lashley, the head coach, has the Miami ties. He was the offensive coordinator there for 2 years. Retzlaff over the middle, juggled and dropped by Tasse, who had the BYU touchdown.
Trying to get him involved. They got to save him, right? His touchdown to catch ratio. Hey, you want him down in the red zone. Save me, coach. You're messing up things for me. Gotta have that one, though, a screen pass.
How about this formation? And now a whistle. Timeout is called.
Timeout. BYU. Their first of the half.
Kalani Sitake wants to talk it over before 3rd and 17.
Old Trapper Beefs, camping catastrophes.
So the kids want to go camping again.
We've talked about Cignetti playing a faceless opponent, playing to some standards, and coaching to the details, as we saw after this last touchdown.
Well, to the casual observer, Elijah Green just had a big touchdown run, but you'll watch, he drops the football here, celebrates with his offensive line, but Coach Cignetti, if you read his lips, says, hey, next time, good run, toss the ball to the official. And that's playing to the standard of Coach Cignetti, what he's talking about, doing the little things right.
Toriano Tate on the kick return. here for Western Illinois. You know, Cignetti has won at every single level by the numbers fueled by Gatorade. Is it in you? We've talked about him, you know, being hired, first head coaching job at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and then making his way all the way to James Madison. So here's the James Madison influence. 7 coaches, 7 on the offensive side, 6 on the defensive side. Don't forget about the athletic performance staffers as well. It is a system, it is a buy-in. Some of these guys, his coordinators, as an example, no, he hired for just what, $6,000 in his first head coaching stop. A lot of these guys, and the numbers on that graphic, have been with him every step of the way in his head coaching trail.
He's been loyal to him. He's been as consistent. And there's the standard stance right there for Cignetti, as we talked about. Hands on the hips, scowl as well. He's up 35-0. He looks at his note cards, but he's been loyal to his assistants. Like you said, he hired Bryant Haynes for $6,000 to be an assistant coach a year. And what he's also been stressing to his team is learning how to play with a lead. Last week, he thought they let up when they got 3 touchdowns against FIU. There has been no let up thus far against the Leathernecks, offensively or defensively.
Both coordinators, Bryant Haynes, Mike Shanahan, have worked with Cignetti at 4 schools. They started at Indiana University, Pennsylvania in 2016, moved to Elon, then James Madison, and of course, they'll pack their bags here to Bloomington. On a 3rd and 5 situation, here for Nate Lamb in this Western Illinois offense. And swallowed up, it's another sack, combining on it. Indiana, Tucker, as well as Carr Jr. into the backfield, and a loss of 7.
Yeah, and Tyreek Tucker's one of those bodies, man, that's just so physical at the point of that 95. Look at him use his hands and split that double team. He's the first one to get there. And then Lennar Carr Jr. says, I want half of that sack. Good penetration by the D-line.
Well, Tucker's a guy, Tyreek Tucker, a redshirt sophomore, only 15 career games in his career if you count here tonight.
On EA Sports College Football 25. Yes, he got the $600 for being in the game. He told me he bought another Xbox with it. He plays all the time and he punts on 2nd downs regularly.
And he's probably himself while he's punting it.
He is, of course.
That's great.
If you were a punter in the game,
how many yards did he say underground? That's crazy.
800 yards. Wow. 8 football fields.
Retzloff misfires badly, and 2 straight possessions now where BYU's gone backwards.
Almost like the fortunes have changed, where BYU is so dominant, both on offense and defense. The adjustments that SMU has made on the fly has them very much back in this game.
When you're SMU, you've gone Stone for 2 series, Jennings for 2. Who's coming out at quarterback?
If I'm coaching, it's Jennings, because he's moved us. And with all that heat that's coming, you need a guy that can kind of equalize that.
Penalty marker down.
Kicking team, number 26, 5-yard penalty.
Well, we saw the penalties with SMU. Now all of a sudden they've creeped their way to the sideline of the guys in the white jerseys. But to his word, Rhett Lashley is going to come back with Preston Stone.
The last punt by Sam Vanderhaar. Surprise, surprise, another Australian almost blocked. He's replacing a good one, Ryan Rico, a 4-year starter. Roderick Daniels, dangerous in space. Took a punt back for a TD against Temple last year. Outstanding special teams tackle by Wall.
Tanner Wall, one of the safeties in there for BYU on the tackle.
Your lineup for the weekend on ABC and ESPN. The U.S. Open Women's Final is tomorrow. Jessica Pegula seeking her first Grand Slam title. And then you've got an ABC college football triple header. It wraps up with Tennessee and NC State. That's in Charlotte. The U.S. Open Men's Singles Championship Sunday at 2. Monday Night Football.
Holding. Receiving team.
Jesus
Number
Christ.
40. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So there's the penalty. Jets and 49ers on Monday Night Football. Last year, Aaron Rodgers' season lasted all of 4 plays in the Monday Night opener against Buffalo before that torn Achilles. You saw the comparison between Stone and Jennings.
Both guys complete for the season at a high rate. Last week, Preston Stone was 66%. Jennings was 71%.
And Stone out there with the first team offense in the huddle. Stone 13-2 as a starter. Big-time recruit who came to SMU out of high school, 4-star, top 150 player who turned down pretty much every big-name program to play for his hometown team. He'll keep it, sidesteps one, and nosedives to the 34-yard line, gain of a couple.
The highest-rated players in program history was Preston Stone. Offers from just about everywhere. An ESPN 4-star player. He has proven that he can win. That's for sure. Only 2 losses on his resume.
He gets sacked again. Isaiah Glasker, a 6'5", 235-pound heat-seeking missile.
Will you agree that BYU's playing Stone a little different than they play Jennings? They're bringing the heat on Preston Stone, and they're finding a way to get home. It's allowing the pass blocks to set themselves and then bringing heat behind it, and they're finding a way to the quarterback.
It's 3rd and long.
We're creeping up again.
They need the 42. Pressure from the middle. Stone blown up. Almost picked by Taggart.
We're just hanging one up over the middle like that. You wonder how in the world it doesn't get picked off. I mean, just pressure off the edges. Jack Kelly, Nelson from inside, John Nelson. And then there, Harrison Taggart should have come up with an interception.
That was mad at the offensive line.
And now the question for Rhett Lashley, do you stay with Stone or do you go back to Jennings? Parker Kingston, he's got speed. Taken down across the 35. Now you told me, Andre, yes, Rhett Lashley wants to see somebody pull away in this derby, but sometimes you find out from the other guys on the team.
No, it's the locker room that chooses who's going to be the starting quarterback. And they will play, believe it or not, they will play harder for one guy over the other. And they'll tell you, come up to you in the locker room. It's happened to me at Houston with David Dacus. Hey, we got you. When you come in the game, we got you. And that's, so, you know, it's hard to believe for fans to believe that, but it's absolutely true.
Yeah, great insight. Ropati goes wide. Still no L.J. Martin. Retzloff misfires again.
It's true.
Pressure from Jefferson. So L.J. Martin left the game a couple of series ago. He was limping off the field and has yet to come back in.
And again, it's been excellent defensive line play from both teams. I mean, there you get a pass knocked down by Jefferson. And BYU, all kind of heat and pressure from Nelson up the middle. Mangelson has made his way, and we have yet to really call Tyler Batty's name, arguably the best defensive lineman on their team.
He is a future pro. Ropati searching for a hole, and Jefferson dumps him after a gain of 2. 3rd down, 8 to go.
And both teams have found a way to get the other team's offense in 3rd and long type situations.
Going quickly. They run the ball. Ropati out to the 42, well shy of the marker. Looked like they were trying to catch SMU off guard. Now a long look to the sideline. Punt team still not out there.
I think they're coming. When you're on your negative side of the field, you're going to go ahead and punt it this early in the game, and you have a lead. So that defense of BYU is playing so well that why not punt it away and try to force a 3 and out and get better field position.
Landon Rico will punt. He is the younger brother of Ryan Rico, BYU's punter the last 4 years, who made the Bengals 53-man roster. That's a strong leg. Daniels inside the 10. Cutting a jagged path out to the 30. And he is dropped just shy of the 30-yard line by Bruce Mitchell. SMU gets the ball back. 9:29 to go in this first half. Will it be Stone or Jennings? It will be Jennings to lead the Mustangs.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. Bye.
Honey, hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day.
So this is pickleball? It's basically tennis for babies, but for adults.
It should be called wiffle tennis.
Pickle! Yeah. These guys are intense.
35.
Nero's, it looks like his left knee just kind of gave out there. He's a key part to this offense when they get in their 2 tight end set with Horton as well.
Ellison trying to sneak in there into the pack. No sign yet. And meanwhile, the flags in the end zone. Too many men on the field there for Western Illinois. They had 12 players on the field. So 2nd and goal, just short. The second time, really, that Ellison had been stopped. And you see the pain there for James Bamba. Indiana trying to push it across.
That's a touchdown.
It's another touchdown. Curtis Rourke. With a rushing touchdown. Pushing it across the goal line.
27
here tonight.
27, please.
Just get behind Mike Kadick and then get a push from Kalon Black and Tayson Lawton.
Goal 22. James Bamba, a 3rd-generation guy, legacy guy for Indiana. Dad and 2 grandfathers lettered here in Bloomington. Picked up that scholarship, of course, in 2022. And while they tend to James Bamba, we will step aside. First and goal here for Indiana, 3:20.
His 3rd series, Preston Stone has had 3. 2-quarterback system for SMU. Stone has seen most of the snaps through 2 games. Smith brings this in with 1 hand. Boy, he's got some juke, he's got some quickness, and he's got a first down. All 3 Preston Stone possessions for SMU resulted in 3 and outs, and the drives went for negative yards. Look at what Jennings did. That's in black.
It's, a good problem to have when you have 2, but when one's outplaying the other against a good opponent, you got to ride the hot hand.
And a big hole for Smith, who makes his way out to the 46. Gain of 7 on the play. Brashard Smith, another one of those Miami transfers. Rhett Lashley helped recruit him to Coral Gables initially. Back to Smith. Ball's off Maryland.
Nice run.
And gets the first down with the second effort.
He is a tough runner, both inside and he's got the speed
to
get outside. They'll give him a break and bring in.
He saw him coming and just stayed behind his block and then went the other way.
Another one of those Miami guys that you were talking about. He's got the speed, most speed of the backs, of all the backs at SMU that we'll see maybe 4 with the true freshman Derek McFall playing.
Jennings keeps. Now that's one of his strengths when you watch the tape. He's so good at getting skinny on those runs up the middle.
And Tyler Batty entering the conversation. He's in on that stop. Talented defensive end. He has been around, which seems like forever at BYU, but he's the guy that makes this defense go. You have to account for where number 92 is lining up.
Jennings, the check down to Knighton. Good hands by the running back out of the backfield, bumped out by Jack Kelly. Third down.
BYU player getting up a little slowly, but you know, I threw this at you a little bit early. I felt like BYU is playing Stone way different than they play Jennings, and it's a little bit more respect and zone drops when Jennings is in the game, and Stone, they are bringing the heat.
They're concerned about Jennings' ability to run more than they are Stone's,
especially if you don't get home when you blitz.
Knighton, great lead block. Maryland again clearing the way.
When Maryland trips him up, you know, you get, I mean, the foot, he's trying to throw a block for him, but go ahead and engage, big guy. Because that run, I thought, would go a little bit longer for Knighton. It looked like a lot more room, a little bit more room over there to run to.
Tempo off the first down. Jennings downfield, incomplete, too high for Jordan Hudson. You feel Hudson has a chance to be that next SMU NFL wide receiver. We've seen Cortland Sutton. We saw Rashee Rice last night. Cole Beasley, Danny Gray, James Prochet, Trey Quinn, all draft picks as well.
Kind of felt like that ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Someone got a hand on it, and it's Tyler Batty.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that may have been a completion to Hudson down the field.
Instead, 2nd and 10. Here's the toss. Smith.
Oh, shit.
Tracked down from the backside.
And that's the inexperience showing itself right there, Anish. When you're, you know, Pop Warner at a high school, sometimes you get away without speeding everybody. Where you've got a ton of speed, you're going to bounce plays. Sometimes you have to take what's there and just get up the field for about a 3-4 yard gain and live with it.
Crew Wakely with the tackle in space.
Like
hear us earlier.
9 a.m. Central Time.
Smith is a former wide receiver turned running back.
I think I'm about to hop off.
This could be 4-down territory. Pressure from the middle. Jennings downfield, incomplete. Good coverage.
But really, because it's an NFL game on, and I want to watch it.
Fourth down. Kind of in no man's land, but you've got a kicker with
Roy, I'm gonna be live all freaking day tomorrow, Roy. Like from 9 a.m. Roy, you been here the whole time, bro? Bro, you my nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You my nigga, Roy, bro.
Jordan Hudson, and if I'm in at quarterback or I'm Jennings or Stone, I'm telling him.
I'm gonna be live, bro, from.
Hey, give me a little bit better effort.
I'm gonna be live, bro, at 9 a.m. Central Time tomorrow, early. All day. We starting off with college game day, and then we got Texas, Michigan. We got Colorado, Nebraska. We got hella big ass, good ass games tomorrow, bro. It's gonna be lit.
Splits the uprights. 2 field goals.
Wingstop hitting like crack tomorrow? Okay, bet. I'm getting that. Yeah, Wingstop sounds crazy. I'm gonna get that tomorrow.
The entire operation clean. The snap, the hole.
I ate these fucking crumbs, bro. Like, I don't have no food. I don't have food, so I need to like make some food and get some food. And then it's an NFL game on. Like these Fridays, bro. Like this Friday today messed up the stream because it's an NFL game on. And you know I gotta watch the NFL, but I can't stream it. So, and I gotta go get some food. I wasn't prepped. I was prepped, but tomorrow we're gonna be live all day, gang. We're gonna be live all day tomorrow, bro. So make sure y'all here all day tomorrow, and from 9 a.m. Central until they get dark hours, until whenever the last college football game go off. Who is that? Is that Rashee Rice? Ain't this nigga just playing a game last night? What the hell he doing in Dallas?
10 power for opponents this season.
What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to happen. It's almost got to happen tonight, where you rely on one or the other. Who's got the hot hand? Who wants to be out there?
Yeah, live all day tomorrow. From college game day to Texas, Michigan.
For either.
Because let's look at the schedule real quick, though.
It's a close game, and you've got to find the guy that's moving the offense.
Yeah,
and right now it's Jennings.
The flip side to it all, though, Andre, is that you know better than anyone as a quarterback. It
all
takes
big-ass
time to
games
get into
tomorrow.
a
Texas,
groove
Michigan.
To feel the rhythm of a game, and you got 2 series
like,
here,
so
2 series there.
Tomorrow,
it's tough
bro.
on both of them.
I would agree with you, except you know the situation going in.
Locked in.
You know that you're going to play 2 series, the other guy is going to get 2 series, and then we'll figure it out from there. Right now, Kevin Jennings is in a groove.
Right, there's going to be a lot of games.
Rashee Rice had the game against the Ravens last night, here to support his alma mater.
I don't know, Rollo. Definitely watching Colorado, and I'm definitely watching Tennessee. So we're gonna beat throughout. We're gonna beat throughout both of them. And then I think, well, honestly, bro, I think NC State gonna get their shit whacked, bro. Tennessee is way better than NC State.
With one guy over the
We'll see tomorrow.
So if you're having success,
we'll see. I'm telling you, Tennessee State is gonna beat NC State
pretty quickly. I've got to leave
we're gonna see. We're gonna be watching.
That's giving us a chance right now.
We're gonna be watching it. I can't wait for tomorrow, bro. I can't wait. I'm getting up early as hell. Tomorrow gonna be like a 14-hour stream. Y'all remember last Saturday? It was a long ass stream, but I had my little brother and shit, so we couldn't really turn up. My little brher and shit was over here. My little sister. So we couldn't really turn up, bro. But this Saturday, oh my God, we lit all day. We lit all day. We lit all day, bro.
Dialed up some good stuff.
I can't wait for tomorrow.
Himself for SMU, where
I can't wait for tomorrow.
BYU started
this
game.
All day. I love Saturdays, bro.
And that's quickly changed.
And my head's starting to hurt a little bit, so that's why I'm getting off a little bit. Tomorrow gonna be lit, bro. Make sure y'all here early. Make sure y'all get y'all eating breakfast in the chat.
Trouble with the snap, picks it up. Chased by Roberts, Wilson coming to help.
Make sure y'all here. Y'all got y'all breakfast here, nigga.
Lassiter, the closest receiver.
Yeah, make sure y'all. What emojis that? Fire? I can't even see it. It's on my computer. I can't even see it. Like, I can see it, but like, I can't tell what it is, Rollo. And my headphones are dying. What the fuck?
Right here,
and he takes his eyes. Tomorrow we lit all day, bro. I can't wait. Make sure y'all niggas eat y'all breakfast in this shit. In chat, y'all niggas eat y'all lunch and y'all dinner in this bitch. We're gonna be here all day. College games all day. I'm losing my voice tomorrow, nigga. I'm gonna be lit. So serious, I'm gonna be lit, nigga. Like, I'm not even playing. I'm gonna be lit. We're gonna be lit.
I'm handling the gun snap first.
Good ass games. Hey, matter of fact, tonight I'm gonna start the stream up again. Cause y'all know Duke and Northwestern play. Oh shit!
It looked like it hit a Mustang. It hit Crossley.
Look at this dumbass.
BYU has it.
I got money on the Duke and Northwestern game. So once the NFL game go off tonight,
to a huge situation for BYU.
I'm gonna start it up. It's gonna be like the second half of the Duke and Northwestern game. So we might watch that tonight.
Clearly hits him.
No promises, like I'm pretty sure we will. And
this is BYU football.
Niggas ain't no promises. It don't matter that much. We'll probably be here.
You know me so well.
Y'all make sure y'all turn my notifications on.
Receiving team and recovered by the kicking team. First down.
What am I doing right here? If I'm
all right, bro. Peace out.
BYU. We're going deep. Right
See y'all in a little bit, right?
Right here, right